Namaste. Welcome to the Sepai residence. I just want to say thank you to Sonia and the Cranberry Area Diversity Network for giving me this opportunity to cook for all of you and introduce you guys to our Indian culture and cuisine. It has been, I've known Sonia like for a long time, and I enjoy cooking a lot. And as Sonia said, I'm an IT professional, but my passion is cooking, and all my friends and family are quite aware of that. Not that I don't enjoy the work I'm doing. I know there's some people from work who have joined. I do enjoy what I'm doing, but if given the opportunity, that's where I would do a career change and do some kind of cooking, cuisine thing with the Indian cuisine. So let me tell you more about myself. I was brought up in India, and we came to the US around 21 years ago. And when I came here, I always missed the food from India because I'm a big foodie. I love to cook, I love to eat. And even though, things were available out here, food is good, but obviously you miss things from home. So I forced to learn everything what I missed from there. And then I started enjoying cooking a lot. I learned cooking not from my mom. I mean, I do love you, mommy, but mostly I used to be a sous chef to my dad because my dad used to make these awesome non-vegetarian dishes. So I think my inspiration of cooking, I would give that to my dad. But when I came here, I cooking, all sorts of dishes. And then I had these two beautiful daughters, obviously, with a full-time job and being a mom. It was always difficult to put everything together, cooking the traditional way. So I had to switch my style and come up with recipes which were fast and easy, but they always tasted the same like I used to be having at home. And that's why I had evolved my cooking style to semi-homemade style. So taking the ingredients which are already readily available in the market and then assembling something and making something good out of it. So today also, this is how I'll be making something for you, semi-homemade style. And I have something known as tandoori chicken, which most of you have already probably tasted in the Indian restaurants out here. It's a very common dish in the northern part of India where I come from. And it's kind of a street food out there. And there is also chicken tikka you might have heard of. The difference between chicken tikka and tandoori chicken is only that tandoori chicken is made with bones chicken and chicken tikka is made with boneless chicken. And the word tandoori is coming from a big clay oven they use in India to cook all this stuff. So that is why you have tandoori naan, tandoori roti, tandoori chicken, and all sorts of tandoori dishes. It's a barbecue dish. I make this quite often in the house because it's, number one, easy to cook because you're just using the oven, and then you can do multiple things out of it once it's done. So I make it in bulk, put it in the freezer, and when kids are at school, I'm at work, I come home and just quickly take the thing and just assemble something and make something quick. So here I have the sole. Now let me show you what I'm doing with this. So I have some boneless chicken. It's approximately 2 pounds of chicken, and I have cut it into like 1-inch cubes out here. Oops, sorry. That's a blooper right there. So this is approximately, I'll just use my hand. So it is like a 1-inch cube chicken. And I have some masala out here. This is a store-bought tandoori masala. Again, I don't go into the details of, like this 2 teaspoons of that, 2 teaspoons of that, because again, if it's available in the market, why bother reinventing the wheel, right? So this is the tandoori chicken masala. It's approximately 4 teaspoons. Depending on your spice level, how hot you want it. You can either increase the quantity or decrease the quantity. Here I have 4 teaspoons, which is probably like level 4 on a scale of 1 to 10. And then there is some oil. I add oil to the chicken because chicken is a very lean meat, and that's why if I put no oil in there, it will dry up in the oven. So it's a good idea to put some oil. And then I have 1 cup of yogurt. The special thing about Indian barbecue is we add a lot of yogurt in most of the dishes when we are barbecuing, and that is to seal the juices inside and make the chicken or lamb or whatever you're making more moist and succulent, so you can enjoy it by itself. It's not too dry. So I'll just add this in there and just put all the 3 ingredients in there. As simple as that. Now the masala already has salt in it, so you don't need to add any additional salt in there, and then you just mix it up. I like to marinate all my meat stuff at least a day overnight, like in advance, because then all the masalas, all the flavors seep in overnight. But again, if you are, you know, short of time, then at least half an hour to 40 minutes is a good idea. And just marinate the whole thing and leave it in the fridge, let it sit for 40 minutes. Or if you're doing it overnight, then just again let it sit in the fridge for 40 minutes or so. Overnight or so, and then it will be fine. Now,
Shikha, if you don't mind, some other question.
Sure.
What is the best place to shop for these ingredients?
So, obviously chicken you can buy from anywhere, right? Walmart or any grocery store. The tandoori chicken masala is available only in the Indian grocery stores. It's a powder form, and we have 2 Indian grocery stores in Cranberry. So you can get from any of those, or if you're not in Cranberry, then you can get from the Indian store you have. And there are different brands available. I have a brand preference, but they're not paying me, so I can't tell you the name of the brand right here. But Sonia can tell you in the chat, or maybe like that.
I mean, is there anything that says like tandoori masala?
Yeah, it's
right?
just tandoori chicken or tandoori masala, and you have the picture of the chicken on top of that. And some of them are more spicy than others. So you want to go with, you know, like with a milder kind, because if your taste buds are not meant for spicy stuff, then you might just, you know, have a heat stroke having that. So I'm just going to arrange this chicken on top, and then preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. The reason for having the oven so high, so as when you put the chicken in, it quickly just seals all the juices of the chicken, instead of, you know, leaking them or just dripping all over. So approximately 20 minutes in the oven would be good for these kind of breast meat. And if you're using thighs or wings, then I would suggest that you increase the time in the oven. And I like to leave the skin on for the thighs and the wings, because that way the juices are sealed in. Now the vegetarian people are thinking, why am I here? Why am I here to watch a show which is all about chicken? So for the vegetarian friends and family and everybody out there, you definitely can use the same recipe with paneer or tofu, and you will get the same results. But obviously paneer and tofu take very less time in the oven, so maybe 10 minutes at tops, it should be fine. Because with paneer, the longer you cook, the chewer it becomes very hard. So you want to cook it like 10 minutes or so. So let's assume the oven is preheated to 450 degrees, and here we put it in. And obviously I'm not going to wait for 20 minutes in the oven, so I have already prepared something for you. And this is what it looks like once it is done. So this is what it will look like. And but you are in for a bargain today, because it's not that I am going to let you just get done with the tandoori chicken, because this is Shikha, and Shikha does everything semi-homemade style. So I want to make something else for you all, and that is something known as kathi roll. Kathi roll is like a wrap, which again in different parts of India is sold by different names. Some people call it egg roll, some people call it Frankies, but kathi roll is more famous. Even in the Indian restaurant somewhere out here, they call it kathi roll. And we are going to go semi-homemade style. So I have here, of course, the tandoori chicken. That's what you'll need. And you can do this with any kind of grilled chicken also. You don't have to have tandoori chicken. So, and then I have paratha out here. Paratha is like a flaky thing which is prepared from flour, all-purpose flour. It's sold in the Indian stores again in the frozen section. I have already cooked this one, but it's sold like raw, and you can cook it per instructions, or you can just use a simple tortilla from the grocery store, the flour tortilla. So we can use any one of these. And then I have an egg out here, which I already beaten egg, with just simple salt and pepper in it, nothing much. So we'll have to do some cooking on the gas for this. So I'm going to take this egg and this paratha out there, and on the gas I'm going to put a little bit of ghee. Ghee is nothing but clarified butter. You can use butter directly, but in Indian households we use a lot of ghee. And yeah, sorry. So in the Indian households we use a lot of ghee, and I prepare the ghee at home. It's very simple, just with, you know, with butter, unsalted butter. You can prepare ghee anytime. So I'm going to, and this is not about making ghee, so going back to what I was doing, so I'm going to put some ghee out here, and then just put this egg out here on top. And when you see the egg kind of coming together, come on, give me a break. Sorry, it should be looking like a perfect circle, but unfortunately it's not. Anyway, so that doesn't matter, right? So when it's kind of coming together, we put the paratha on top, and the egg is going to stick onto the paratha, and that's the whole idea, that this kind of sticks on top of it. The paratha is already cooked, and so is the tortilla. So once this is kind of done, we flip it and we bring it on the plate. So here it is, the paratha with the egg on top, and it's not supposed to look like this. The sample one looked better, but anyway, so we are going to put the chicken here, and here we go with the chicken. Sonia, you can't wait to taste it, right? I'm sure you're salivating. So, and I have some other ingredients out here just for garnishing purposes, or you can just add them. So I have this mint chutney. Again, this mint chutney is store-bought. I mean, you guys will be thinking that she doesn't cook or what. I do cook, but this is for the times when I don't have the time to cook. And it's also obviously for you men out there and kids out there who can learn this simple recipe. And I hope my husband and both my daughters can hear that loud and clear. Sometimes when mama is not feeling all right, you can maybe make this for her, right? So anyway, so we put the mint chutney here, and we can use, again, peppers, onions, whatever your family likes. My kids don't like vegetables. I'm sorry, my kids must be like hating me. Mama is bashing us, but you know, they don't like vegetables. That's the truth. So there it is, and then we put some cilantro or coriander, and then just roll it up, and voila, it is ready for you. So you can pack it in your kids' lunch and have it as a snack, or even sometimes my family just rarely eats very small, so we sometimes even have it for dinner. And there you are. This is the kathi roll.